remember I've mapped this piece out for you guys before. I'll do it one more time, where it's orientation to self and other. Yeah?
I love that graph.
Do you love this graph?
Yeah.
Orientation to self, or I orient to other. So, you know, on this graph, I want you to think, this is to your point about the heat of the battle. We can go into the stress, this is stress response, yeah? So something happens out there, and I'm activated. I move into freeze. I disconnect from both self and other. I don't know what I'm feeling and needing. I don't know what you're feeling and needing. I need to get out of there before I can get back connected. Or if I've got a strong orientation to myself, I'm really going to advocate, right? I know exactly what I'm feeling and I'm needing, and I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling and I'm needing, and I'm going to let you know what I'm feeling and I'm needing, and usually if I'm really stressed out, I'm also going to tell you everything I think is wrong with you, right? So I'm kind of in a fight mode. Or if I'm really oriented to the other person and I lose connection to myself, I'm going to do a lot of accommodating. And in accommodating, I'm going to flee. I'm going to flee my own experience, and I'm going to try and make you happy. So I don't really know anymore what I'm feeling and needing. I abandon myself because I want safety in the relationship, and I get very focused on you just being happy. Of course, it's going to be toxic in the long run, and you're going to pay a price for that later, as am I, because I'm going to get resentful. But what I want to be able to suss out here is, to what degree am I really activated into my fight-flight system? Because if I'm really activated, I'm not going to have the cognitive resources to do compassionate communication, to your point, because I'm flooded. In a resourcing time. If I'm here, I am going to be in a fear state, and I'm going to want safety, and my first thing to do is going to be to try and get control. That will be my default. So what I want to do when I'm there is I want to do inner resourcing. I want to withdraw, and then I don't want to spend a lot of time making you and me wrong. I instead want to spend a lot of time knowing what I'm feeling and needing, knowing what you're feeling and needing, and finding a way of integrating them, right?
It's okay.
So I'm bringing in me, I'm bringing in you, we get into us, and this is where we get into collaborative partnership. Yeah? So I activate, here I'll give you another color because these colors are getting old. Here I find my courage, and I find my curiosity, so that I can shift out of fear and into not serving what I fear, but moving towards what I love. That becomes more powerful. Moving towards the vision of what I want instead of my avoidance of what I don't want. It's a very significant relational shift. And this is, of course, the NVC, compassionate communication practice. And I can't get here when I'm stuck here as easily. Other than when I have that awareness, I can be like, oh, inner resourcing, inner resourcing, inner resourcing. Is that helpful or not?